was this fucking
1158.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 1158.
Oh my god.
Peggy's
Welcome.
doing
We
such
are
a
the
good hunt
Antibodies
right
doing
now.
One Piece chapter 1158 this week. The chapter kicks off with Roger being put in the cuck chair by his first mate. Then we have Figurlin Garling going out and proposing something mysterious and ominous with a little bit of aura to the Celestial Dragons. Harold and Rox have their, I suppose, falling out. Harold uninvites Rox from his... Nope, sorry. Rox uninvites Harold from his birthday party. And we get a... It's an interesting panel where it looks like maybe there's some sort of like devil fruit or hockey that was used for like the weird blow that he landed on Harold's midsection. So maybe at some point that will lead into something where we get more of a like descriptor of what Harold's devil fruit is, if it's not the op or something else. And the last part is basically confirmation of something that we already knew was God Valley incident. It's not only set up by, Figurlin Garling, what he was proposing earlier in the chapter, but that also appears to be where Baby Shanks and Baby Shamrock are, like, residents, not that they were brought with him as, like, viewers or whatever, or spectators for the God Valley incident.
Yeah.
So he must have showed up somewhere, hooked up with a local, and then decided we're going to sell them all out to the world government.
I mean, the ship did maroon there. Not Maroon 5, but crash there. That's possible. But now this does raise a question. Where Buggy D Clown from? Because up until this point, we always thought the second child in the chest was Buggy. And then maybe Shamrock was like a relative brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not a direct twin. But Shanks and Buggy were raised as brothers upon the ship, and they were both found at sea by the crew. So now where did they get Buggy?
That is a very interesting tidbit, especially considering at the very end of the chapter, we got the exclamation about, oh, their father's not around, probably Garland or whatever, Figurland, whatever his fucking name is.
Mm-hmm.
But also they said, oh, they have your red hair.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of like colored panels or like fan colored panels where they thought, oh, well, Garland obviously has to have like this red hair. I don't actually know if I've seen him in the anime with red hair.
I think they gave him blonde hair. He looks real fucked.
Yeah, he's like mega old now, so whatever. But that is highly, highly interesting, just with the idea being that if Shanks and Shamrock are built different or whatever because of some sort of lineage bullshit from God Valley or like race traits or whatever they do with like the long arm tribe and the long leg tribe and the fishbone, if they are built different and have some sort of like a I guess species buff as it would be in D&D, that means that it is very likely that Figurland or Garland or whatever patron saint of bullshit would not or possibly would not also have that same power.
Yeah. Also, we need to get 2 mother reveals because not only are Shanks and Shamrock born, but also we have a little Marshall D. Teach running around right now.
Yep.
A little glance over thing is a thought bubble of Miss Stussy whenever Zebek is looking like shocked, talking to Shocky. That's also the face of a new father.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting how things are lining up here.
But maybe mother reveals.
God Valley incident on deck, and this is very much a situation where it feels like Zebek D. Rox is just trying to get his name in the paper, even if he doesn't get away.
I mean, that's all that matters, is if your name's at the paper.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why you do it. It's for the infamy, for the bounty.
Yeah.
Do it for the vine.
We do it for the vine.
But in the midst of all that, I think the only like important thing that was kind of lost in the shuffle is Loki sitting there on the shoreline waiting for Rox to come back, like pining over him. I think that lends a lot of credence to, because we don't know for certain that Rox is actually dead or anything. It's possible that Loki's friend that he's been talking to on that snail phone could be Rox, just with how like lost puppy he's being over him.
Yeah.
It's true.
So it's interesting, the ghosts.
The show.
That's about all I got for the chapter. What do you guys got? Anything interesting or fun you noticed?
Outside of the us requiring mother reveals now, we're probably definitely going to get Shanks's mom, but the question of Blackbeard's mom remains.
Yeah.
Is not too much. I do like that we did get a little bit of the Roger Zebek moment.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun and exciting.
Like a nice little preamble, like, look, there was already tension between them before Roger sold out to Asgard for help.
Yeah.
Yeah, before the God Valley incident, which I guess we're about to see the ending of Rox as well.
Seems like it.
Yep.
Rox was there to get Shocky, bro. Or fucking Roger was there to get Shocky. That's why he went. That's, oh my god, that's so crazy. That's actually so crazy. That's literally just like Helena of Troy. She's just Helena of Troy, really.
Horny man leads his army into a fight that they have no business being in and no chance of winning.
Hey.
What about predictions, though? Does anybody have any spicy thoughts for what's coming up?
Not necessarily prediction, more so as questions. Is
yeah, what's up?
I have I picked up Bismol. In my
that's not for us.
Bathroom. Sorry guys.
You're good. So what I was saying is not necessarily a prediction, but more of just like questions. Is we know that Rox is going to be at the God Valley incident, but it is one of those things that now raises the question with Figureland already having pre-planned for them to do their kind of tournament festival hunt on God Valley. It raises the question, how did Rox find out? How did Rox kind of know that it was going to happen and plan to be there? Because that's kind of what really kicks things off, is not just, if it was just a regular celestial hunting thing, whatever. But the fact that Rox knows about it and that this is now a pre-planned thing, it raises the question, does he possibly have some kind of insider knowledge on what the Celestials are doing? Because at this point, it is very obvious that, yes, he is a pirate, but he's not just a pirate. He is very much a pirate against the world government. Whereas it kind of seems like Rogers is just a plain pirate, doesn't necessarily actively revolt against the world government, but just doesn't necessarily play by their rules. Whereas Rox is actively against them. So,
well, like, Rox is a rebel and Roger seeks freedom. Basically.
Yeah. And
something also of note, like you were talking about with him knowing in advance, it was like 2 or 3 chapters ago that he was talking about, I have a plan that's going to shake the world to its core. And Garling is only just now like putting the plan in place to the to the celestial dragons, to the world government, or proposing it to them.
Yeah.
So like he would have had to, assuming that they're the same plan that he has like a beat on, he would have had to like
Well, it could also
know
be
about this well in advance.
it could also be one of those things where like they know that this hunting tournament happens every so often, so he probably did have a plan to disrupt
just
the
be
next
like,
one, and then
the holidays
Yeah,
coming up, we're gonna find out where it is and crash their party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That,
and
that
also
might make more sense.
when we see Garling making the plan, it's also slightly earlier than the other flashbacks that are currently happening.
You're right. This was 40 years ago.
This was 40 years ago. I believe they're 39 years ago. So there is time for him to have gathered this information.
Hmm.
You know, especially with him running Pirate Island.
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
and
But yeah.
that would make
so yeah,
sense.
a lot of
as
questions
to,
are being raised.
You know, he knows more about the world government, and that's why he's so against Harold trying to be accepted by them. And hence this big falling out is he's like, I don't understand how you could want to support a system that does all these things, whereas Harold's like, you know, if I don't get their recognition, other nations won't forgive me for past transgressions. So, you know, it makes sense that they end their quote unquote friendship just because of ideological differences, because it's like Harold's trying to look out for the best of his people, but it doesn't necessarily seem like Rox is looking out for everybody, but it's more of a like, I can't stand by what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm really, really looking forward to the next couple of chapters, because even when we did get the God Valley flashback, however long ago we got it, we didn't really get a whole lot from it, you know? So
No, we got like the cliff notes of it, basically.
yeah. So I'm really, really excited to see how this all unfolds. I think we've got a lot of really good chapters coming up.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I agree.
Like coming up, we're about to hit it big. I think this is very much a transitional piece. And I don't know. I mean, as far as my prediction goes, they referred to like the last time, this was the last time Harold and Rox would meet before that fateful day or whatever. And let me tell you
Yeah.
something. I don't want anything in my life to ever be described as fateful, because it just comes with that
Really?
kind of icky connotation of like, all right, somebody fucking died, right? But
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
that's
I don't
the
mind that
prediction. I think
connotation.
is that I think Loki's going to be framed for like Rox killing Harold after Harold is like turned into like a demon or something as punishment for betraying the world government or some bullshit. And I'm just taking that from like calling it a fateful day. Something awful must happen. Probably the day Harold dies. It's only an awful thing that Harold dies if he's not a willing lapdog for the government when it happens.
Yeah.
But that's the hope, at least. And then Loki goes fucking nuts. Maybe he's covering for Rox! That's why he takes the punishment in the underworld!
Ooh, honestly, not super far fetched. Not super far fetched. I could see some shit like that happening.
possible. Very possible.
I know things.
As for myself, I think Big Mom is Marshall D. Teach's mom.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so funny.
I mean, she do
That'd
be
be
popping them
hilarious,
out like
genuinely.
fucking.
Well, like,
Pez
she's
dispenser,
basically
right?
like collecting different races of people on her island, so it makes sense she would want to have a fucking buccaneer as a kid.
Yeah, you know, I'm just saying. You know, who's to say Zebek doesn't have some buccaneer in him?
Allegedly a buccaneer. We don't actually know if that's
Allegedly,
true.
he got the
Zebek
shape on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
Rox
Yeah,
might
that's
not
about-
be a
I
buccaneer.
am-
It might have just been like the
Yeah,
lineage thing that we were saying buccaneer about before was just about Rox in general. But you never know.
maybe.
There's got to be something
Maybe I am
special
glad
about him.
that-
He's going toe to toe with Harold. Like he can't just have
True.
strong hockey. He has to be like physically fucking jacked, right?
Yeah, Yeah, probably. He probably drinks his milk. I'm just glad there's not a 2-week break next week.
Yes, finally, we're getting back into the swing of things. That'll be good, so.
At least for the next few weeks, and then I'm sure there'll be a 2-week break.
Yeah.
But hopefully all the way. But that's all from me on my end.
No, I mean, it was a short chapter, so this is going to be a short episode. But it sounds like we're all on the same page that we recognize what it is, and we're very happy for what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's greatness. Yeah. It continues and always will be greatness. And unless I say otherwise.
Written by
unless I say why, I'm bored.
Oh my god, we're not doing this bit again.
Where's Horikoshi?
It's too late at night. It's
credit.
Too late at night.
Yeah, getting credit for Dragon Ball and now One Piece. What's next? Gege Akutami wrote JoJo's. Okay.
Well, just wait until Kohei Horikoshi writes Sword Art Online again.
You're right. We need it from Asuna and Kirito's child's point of view instead of from Kirito's or Asuna's point of view. We now need it from the child's point of view.
Sword Art Online.
Oh my god.
All right. But yeah, y'all have a good night and a good day if you're listening to this during the daytime. And drink water.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. If it sounds like we're tired, it's because this is like hour number 4 of recording today.
This is true. But we're all coherent.
But, that's what we're about, is content, quality, maybe not quantity. Nope, that's backwards. It's quantity. We do quantity. Anyways, yeah, thanks for joining us. Everybody, be safe, be well, and we'll see you next week for One Piece, and in 2 weeks for a larger episode.